decide to become an alderman?
Well, there were some issues that went on. In fact, I'll try to make it short. I had a son that was riding his bike to school in the seventh grade with two other seventh graders from the west side of the highway, and they actually got hit on the morning going to ICS. A driver waved them on, and they didn't look back. And there was no crossover. There was no Veterans Memorial Parkway at McDonald's. The road ended at the high school, so there was no crossover. So that's how I got involved. I came to meetings, and then I went to the state of Illinois to try to see if we could get a four-way stop, and we did. But we needed one.
Great.
There's
Yeah,
no way
well,
you could
right.
safely cross Route 3.
Sure.
So
And the next question, what was your favorite subject in school growing up?
oh, I probably was science. Because I went into horticulture. That's what field I'm in. So science would be.
So what are you in charge of as an alderman?
We're kind of like the executive branch of the government on a very small scale. We make the policies. And we do that by passing ordinances. We vote on ordinances. And they become part of what's completely called our municipal code. And this is what we have to do everything by, is our code.
Okay. What's your biggest challenge you faced as an alderman?
Growth, city growth, planning and development. People want a small town, but we have to be able to manage growth because people keep moving in and living here. So we need to have a balanced, we need to have business and industry and labor and retail and all those other things that go along with it, office.
So what influences have you had on our community as a whole?
What influences?
Like what changes, what?
Oh gosh, we've done a lot of things for the years. I guess we've done a lot with regard to park development and trails. We've done quite a bit with that. Infrastructure improvements. That's our streets, our water, our sewer, and our other facilities. I think we've tried to keep safety at a maximum too by having a good police department and a safe community.
Next question is, who are some of the people you work with and how do you work with them?
Well, I work with I'll just tell you that the council consists of a mayor and 8 aldermen. There are 4 wards in the city, from 1 to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 2 aldermen for each ward. So there's a total of 9 of us. We also, I don't want to make it too long for you, but we all chair committees, so we're all in charge of committees. I guess there are probably 10 committees, so we all chair committees for the council. And then we work with the planning commission and the zoning board and all the city staff and department heads.
How many meetings do you have a month?
We have 2 official meetings on the 1st and 3rd Mondays. We take official votes that are recorded. But all the rest of the Mondays of the year, we also meet in committee. So our council meetings can be 1 to 2 hours, but our committee meetings can be 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours if we've really got a lot of things for committee. So the committee meetings is where we more informally sit around and talk about issues and try to come up with a consensus. And then at the meetings, we take official votes. And again, those are on the first and third Mondays of the month. So there's 2 Mondays of the month we take official votes.
So what are commonly brought up topics at these meetings?
Oh, infrastructure is huge with a growing city. There are just many different street, drainage, water, sewer, safety issues, budget. Budget is huge, trying to make ends meet.
Mhm.
We don't have a lot of retail here in Columbia, which is really a primary source of revenue. So it's really hard sometimes to provide all the amenities and the quality of life that people here would like to have. Some of the other cities have a lot of businesses. They have a lot of retail. They have a lot of stores and many more restaurants than we do, and more car dealerships and gas stations. So that all generates revenue.
What would you consider your biggest achievement as an alderman?
Probably we didn't really have staff or personnel, and we didn't have money to do a greenway plan, so I did a bicycle and pedestrian plan on my own. It took me about 2 years, and I think I'm probably most proud of that.
And what are your biggest tasks as an alderman?
Researching issues. Talking to citizens. Trying to make sure I make a sound decision.
All right, and that's it.
Okay?
Thank you.
If I talk too fast on anything and you need